Hello and welcome to the 6th week of Season 23, Season of the Wish, starting on January 2nd, 2024. So, for week 6, let's get going with our Legacy rotation, starting with the Forsaken expansion.
Ready if you are. Let's see what's out there.
The Dreaming City this week is at a medium curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in the Devillian Mist, and has the Oracle Engine mission for the next week. The Blind Well features Hive enemies and the Plague, Kregar. The Ascendant challenge this week will be the Shattered Ruins, which can be located over in the Spine of Keris on the Dreaming City. Next up, the Shadowkeep expansion. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is a mysterious disturbance. The Trove Guardian is located in the Anchor of Light, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare of Jax, Claws of Zivir Wrath at the Hellmouth. And the Nightmare hunts this week will be Crota, Despair, Fogoth, Fear, and Ghoul, Rage. For our Beyond Light expansion, on Europa this week, Phylax the Warrior will be the Empire Hunt, Asterian's Abyss will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Change will be Agility. For the 30th Anniversary expansion, Dares of Eternity Legendary rounds are Fallen, Hive, and for the final round, Zydron. The loot rotation will be on week 1's rotation, with the Scatterhorn armor set and the Wild Hunt armor set being available. The weapons available this week will be the Arc Lightweight Frame Bow, Arsenic Bite 4B, the Arc Adaptive Frame Heavy Grenade Launcher, Blast Batu, the Solar Precision Frame Linear Fusion Rifle, Corsair's Wrath, the Void Wave Frame Energy Grenade Launcher, Deafening Whisper, the Kinetic Adaptive Frame Hand Cannon, Dire Promise, the Kinetic Precision Frame Sidearm, Enigma's Draw, the Kinetic Lightweight Frame Submachine Gun, Escape Velocity, the Arc Adaptive Frame Pulse Rifle, Giant 7 Rifle, the Kinetic Precision Frame Submachine Gun, Friction Fire, the Void Precision Frame Scout Rifle, Royal Chase, the Kinetic Aggressive Frame Hand Cannon, True Prophecy, and the Solar Adaptive Frame Fusion Rifle, Timeline's Vertex. For the Witch Queen expansion, the Witch Queen weekly story mission is The Ghosts, where the modifiers are Fire Pit and Raider Shields, as well as Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. Also this week you will have Altar of Reflections Catalyst and Altar of Reflections Pact. The Wellspring activity has been updated to include a featured Throne World weapon, Veritas armor, and a weapon pattern as its rewards. For the Lightfall expansion, the weekly mission is Desperate Measures, with Barrier and Unstoppable Champions, lock loadouts at Legend difficulty and higher, Solar Threat, Empath, Overcharged Weapons, Stasis and Solar Surges, Overcharged Glaives, and Galvanized on Hero difficulty only. The Partition mission will be Ordnance, Contest Mode enabled with Overload and Unstoppable Champions, Solar Threat, Arc and Strand Shields, Air Superiority modifier with Solar and Stasis Surges. And the Vex incursion this week will be Umshire Park. In addition, the weekly Lightfall reset also refreshes the Pinnacle drop for the Node Override Avalon Exotic mission on the EDZ. For the Season of the Deep, all 3 fishing ponds are now exotic all week. Raids and Dungeons. The Crota's End raid challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Crota, Son of Oryx, called All for One. Crota's Overshield must be destroyed in full within about 3 seconds. Plus, if you complete the weekly challenge on Master, you'll get an Adept weapon. The Adept weapon you get is a random drop, but works on a knockout system. You will get a new one with every challenge you complete every week until you've unlocked them all. The Root of Nightmares raid challenge this week is the 1st encounter, Cataclysm, called Illuminated Torment. This is where every Tormentor must be killed by a player with the Field of Light buff. The Vow the Disciple challenge this week is the 2nd encounter, the Caretaker, called Base Information, where runners cannot pick up more than 1 stack of knowledge on each run. The Vault of Glass challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Gatekeeper, called Strangers in Time. Players must defeat the Praetorians and Wyverns at the same time. The Deepstone Crypt challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Taniks, called The Core 4. Guardians must dunk all 4 cores before each DPS phase. The Garden of Salvation challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Sanctified Mind, called 0 to 100, where you must fully fill each conflux with 30 motes within 10 seconds of initially banking the first set of motes. And the Last Wish challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Vault, called Keep Out. Guardians must ensure that no Might of Riven Knights make it to the Centre Chamber during the Vault fight. Your Pinnacle raid will be Kingsfall over in the Legends tab, which means all challenges will be available for each encounter. These are the 1st encounter, Totems, called The Grass is Always Greener. Players cannot take the same brand type twice in a row. The 2nd encounter, War Priest, called Devious Thievery. Players must steal the brand of the initiate within a couple of seconds of taking the brand claimer's buff. The 3rd encounter, Golgoroth, called Gazer Maze. The gaze holder must stand in the pool of unclaimed light when swapping the gaze. The 4th encounter, Daughters of Oryx, called Under Construction. Players cannot stand on the same plate twice in a single phase. And the 5th encounter, Oryx, called Hands Off. Players must not kill the same Ogre or Light Eater Knight throughout the encounter. Also, with the Kingsfall being the featured raid, this does mean that you can farm the final boss for a chance at the exotic scout rifle Touch of Malice. The Pinnacle dungeon will be the Grasp of Avarice over on the Cosmodrome, and our exotic mission Rotator will be Vox Obscura, with the Dead Messenger exotic grenade launcher being the main reward. Craftable weapons available from this mission include the Solar Wave Frame Grenade Launcher Explosive Personality, the Stasis Rapid Fire Frame Machine Gun Recurrent Impact, the Void Precision Frame Bow Under Your Skin, the Arc Rapid Fire Frame Auto Rifle Sweet Sorrow, the Stasis Adaptive Frame Sniper Thoughtless, and the Kinetic Rapid Fire Frame Pulse Rifle Peace of Mind, with the Tusk Allegiance armor set. Next up, challenges. Wish Seeker 6, complete week 6 of Wishing All the Best. 4. Challenge XP+. Dragon Delves, complete pathways in Riven's Lair or the Coil. 4. Challenge XP++. Mod Collector, unlock 12 artifact mods. 4. Challenge XP++ and Bright Dust. Iron Sharpens Iron, complete Iron Banner matches. Earn bonus progress for wins. 4. Challenge XP+ and Bright Dust. And Rapid Precision, get Rapid Precision Final Blows. Bonus progress is granted for defeating Guardians, and for every defeated target after the second one. 4. Challenge XP+++ and Bright Dust. Hello! As a reminder, your daily lost sector will show you a flag outside which will give you details of threats, shields, champions and exotic armor you will find inside. But if you're new to the game or using an alternate character and can't find the flag outside, you will have to run through the lost sector normally to have it show up on your map as a legend/master, which you can either do solo or with a fire team, but you'll only be able to earn a chance at the exotic drop when completing solo. This season will see the introduction of Gunsmith engrams, as well as a selection of foundry weapons for completing Legend and Master lost sectors while solo, with Legend being a 70% chance to Master being 100%, assuming the Guardian is thorough enough to leave no champion standing. Thorough completions on Master difficulty will also have the advantage of weapons dropping an additional perk in either the 3rd or 4th column. The weapons available from the lost sectors are grouped into 4 weapons per day over 4 days, and after the 4th day the cycle repeats back to the first set. The following weapons will be available from the lost sectors during the Season of the Wish. Day 1, the Strand High Impact Frame Fusion Rifle Nox Perennial 5, the Strand Adaptive Frame Auto Rifle Old Sterling, the Solar Rapid Fire Frame Grenade Launcher Marsilian C, and the Stasis Omolon Adaptive Frame Sidearm Sinua SI6. Day 2, the Stasis High Impact Frame Pulse Rifle Psychomatic 5, the Strand Precision Frame Scout Rifle Glissando 47, the Strand Vice Rapid Fire Frame Sniper Rifle Urakanji, and the Arc Adaptive Frame Sword Nazaruddin. Day 3, the Solar Lightweight Frame Sidearm Heliocentric QSC, the Kinetic Aggressive Frame Sniper Rifle Last Foray, the Arc Aggressive Frame Shotgun Hand in Hand, and the Kinetic Lightweight Frame Pulse Rifle Battle Scar. Day 4, the Nadir Void Adaptive Frame Sword Geodetic HSM, the Arc Aggressive Frame Hand Cannon Combined Action, the Void Wave Frame Grenade Launcher Harsh Language, and the Solar Adaptive Frame Auto Rifle Coronacha 22. This week's rotation will start on Weapon Set 4 on Tuesday's reset. Tuesday, January 2nd will be Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City for exotic gauntlets, Solar Threat, Solar and Stasis Surges, Void and Solar Shields, Epitaph Modifier, Overcharged Swords with Overload and Unstoppable Champions. Wednesday, January 3rd will be Perdition on Europa for exotic chests, Arc Threat, Solar and Stasis Surges, Arc and Void Shields, Shocker Modifier, Overcharged Fusion Rifles with Barrier and Overload Champions. Thursday, January 4th will be Bunker E15 on Europa for exotic helmets, Void Threat, Solar and Stasis Surges, Void Shields, Shocker Modifier, Overcharged Grenade Launchers with Barrier and Overload Champions. Friday, January 5th will be Concealed Void on Europa for exotic boots, Solar Threat, Solar and Stasis Surges, Void and Solar Shields, Arachno Modifier, Overcharged Trace Rifles with Barrier and Overload Champions. Saturday, January 6th will be Thrillerdrome on Neptune for exotic gauntlets, Void Threat, Solar and Stasis Surges, Arc and Void Shields, Shocker Modifier, Overcharged Grenade Launchers with Barrier and Overload Champions. Sunday, January 7th will be Gilded Precept on Neptune for exotic chests, Arc Threat, Solar and Strand Surges, Void and Solar Shields, Scorched Earth Modifier, Overcharged Glaives with Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. And finally, back round to Monday, January 8th will be the Scavenger's Den on the EDZ for exotic helmets, Solar Threat, Solar and Strand Surges, Arc Shields, Scorched Earth Modifier, Overcharged Fusion Rifles with Barrier and Overload Champions.
Lead the way.
Our 6th featured Nightfall will see us face against Once Virus, the Exhumed Tether in the Heist Battlegrounds Moon, where you have a chance to get a Pinnacle engram if you complete the Nightfall with a score of 200k or more. This Nightfall is free to play. You'll be able to earn high-end gear for your characters, including the Nightfall featured weapon, exotic gear, enhancement cores, enhancement prisms, ascendant shards, and adept Nightfall ciphers. The higher the Nightfall difficulty, the more common the drop will be, with the featured weapon and exotic gear being uncommon at hero difficulty to being common with ascendant shards in Grandmasters. Enemies will have arc, solar, and void shields. Your Nightfall modifiers are hero difficulty, maximum effective level 1765, matchmaking is available, enemies have extra shields, champions foe, you will face barrier and unstoppable champions. You can either use intrinsic exotics, use a subclass debuff, or unlock anti-champion mods from the seasonal artifact. Void threat, 25% increase for incoming void damage. Overcharged weapons, weapons overcharged from the seasonal artifact are active in this activity. Kinetic weapons do increase damage when your subclass element matches an active surge. Solar and strand surges, 25% bonus to outgoing solar and strand damage. Overcharged snipers, 25% bonus damage with snipers. Scorched earth, enemies throw grenades significantly more often. Galvanize, combatants have more health and are more difficult to stun. Legend difficulty, maximum effective level 1815, includes all previous modifiers except Galvanized. No matchmaking. Equipment locked, you'll be unable to change your equipment once the mission starts. Master difficulty, maximum effective level 1820, includes all previous modifiers except Galvanized. Champions mob, this difficulty adds more champion enemies. Famine, all ammunition drops are significantly reduced. Grandmaster difficulty, maximum effective level 1815, includes all previous modifiers except Galvanized, Scorched Earth, and Famine. Join in progress disabled. Extinguish, if your fire team falls in a restricted zone, your team is returned to orbit. Limited revives, gain additional revives by defeating champions, up to a maximum of 20. Contest mode, which caps your power level to make enemies more of a challenge. Fire pit, when defeated acolytes spawn fireballs that cause damage over time. And chafe, radar is disabled. To combat champions, you have access to subclass counters as well as a choice of intrinsic anti-champion artifact mods. This season's artifact is the Queen's Force Sensor. The anti-champion mods available this week are Anti-Barrier Sidearm, Unstoppable Hand Cannon, and Unstoppable Bow. You also have exotic weapons and armor that can help with intrinsic mods as well. For Anti-Barrier, the Kinetic Bow Wishender, the Kinetic Linear Fusion Rifle Arbalist, the Kinetic Pulse Rifle Revision 0, the Solar Energy Hand Cannon Ariana's Vow, the Solar Heavy Sword The Lament, and the Titan Gauntlet's Second Chance, which gain a second charge of a shield throw melee which becomes shield piercing and stuns barrier champions. For Unstoppable, the Kinetic Fusion Rifle Bastion, the Kinetic Hand Cannon Malfeasance, the Kinetic Scout Rifle Touch of Malice, the Solar Energy Sidearm Devil's Ruin, the Void Heavy Bow Leviathan's Breath, the Titan Gauntlet Sash and Wake, where Fusion Grenade hits stun unstoppable champions, and the Hunter Gauntlet Zathras' Embrace, which have a chance to stun unstoppable champions with their empowered weighted knife. Lord Shax brings Team Scorch to the party Relentless playlist for the 6th week of the season. Team Scorch is a 6v6 PvP mode where all players wield a Scorch Cannon. Equipped weapons and abilities cannot be used in this game mode. Movement abilities, e.g. lift, jump and glide, sprinting and emotes can be used. Players are forced to use a Scorch Cannon that cannot be dropped. The Scorch Cannon has 100 ammo which is replenished on respawn. Matches have a 7-minute timer, players have a 3-second respawn timer, kills give plus 1 point each, the first team to reach 60 points wins. If the timer runs out before the team reaches 50 points, the team with the largest score wins. The player's current and longest kill streaks are shown at the top of the screen below the score. Showdown will also be available in the 3v3 playlist. In Showdown, 2 teams of 3 compete in a round-based twist on the standard team deathmatch. Teams have to work together to score as many kills as they can across a series of 5-timed rounds. If each team manages to win 2 rounds apiece, a 5th Showdown round commences, in which each player has only 1 life, kicking off a tense elimination style tiebreaker. Rounds are 90 seconds with a score limit of 10. Revives are available, and reviving a down teammate before they respawn will take the point back from the opposing team. And available in the Crucible Labs playlist this week will be Relic. Relic is a 6v6 PvP party mode where all players wreak havoc and destruction on their foes with a relic weapon. Relics include the Aegis Shield from Vault of Glass, the Synaptic Spear from Season of the Risen, and the Scythe from Season of the Haunted. Each player charges their personal relic energy by defeating opponents with their normal loadout. Upon reaching full charge, players can acquire the relic from the Relic Depot. Defeating relic holders and using relics to defeat opponents earns points for the team.
Lightfall!
The 6v6 control node will be taken over by Valus Forge, as he returns to the tower for the 2nd time this season, bringing with him the Iron Banner. This is a week-long free-to-play Crucible event, which means there will be no Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Power level is disabled, meaning you can go into Iron Banner with whatever weapons and armour you would like. Iron Banner also brings with it challenges and a seal to become an Iron Lord. Each day for 4 days for each character from Tuesday Reset, Lord Saladin will give you the opportunity to receive Pinnacle rewards and rank boosts. By hovering over the Iron Banner node on the directory, it will show you the 2 series objectives. Each series has 4 challenges rolled out daily over the week. Series 1, players can complete Iron Banner matches with no restrictions to earn Iron Banner rank bonus multipliers. Series 2, players can earn points in Iron Banner with a specific seasonal subclass equipped to earn Iron Banner Pinnacle rewards. You can either play each day and collect each Pinnacle and rank boost, or you can wait until the Friday Reset to play all the games you need to receive all the Pinnacles and boosts in one go. To receive the rank boost, you will have to play 3, 7, 12, and 18 games in total for all 4 boosts. And to receive the Pinnacles, you will have to get 50, 125, 225, and 350 points whilst having a specific seasonal subclass equipped. As a reminder, Pinnacle rewards will give you +5 to your power level if you are below the power cap of 1800. But if you are 1800 trying to reach the Pinnacle cap of 1810, then the Pinnacles will give you +2 in light. Players can rank up with Lord Saladin to receive rewards from his reward track, and equipping any Iron Banner armour, ornament, or weapon plus Iron Banner emblem will progress your progress faster in ranking up. This is multiplied if you complete the daily boost as well. For the Iron Banner gear boost requirements, all 5 pieces must be equipped as gear or ornament for it to take effect. In Iron Banner Control, 2 teams of 6 are pitted against each other, with the objective to control 3 stationary fire pit capture points scattered around the arena, just like in a regular control match. Capturing one zone gets you +1 point, capturing an additional zone will get you +2 points, and capturing all 3 zones will get your team +3 points. This also applies to kills whilst holding the zones. 0 to 1 zone will get you 1 point per kill, and 2 zones +2 points per kill. If a team captures all 3 zones on the map, that team will activate the hunt, which locks both teams out of capturing the zones for 25 seconds. The team who initiates the hunt will earn 3 points per kill, whilst the hunted team will only earn 1 point per kill. After the 25 seconds have passed, all zones will become unlocked and the teams can recapture the zones again. A mercy rule can be activated if one team reaches 60% score before the other team reaches 20. With Iron Banner's return, this also means you have another chance to become an Iron Lord by completing 7 triumphs. These are Jolder's Victory, win matches in the Iron Banner playlist across all events and seasons. Ganora's Seal, acquire Iron Banner armour. Each armour piece must be unique to count towards the total. Ormond's Taste, acquire Iron Banner weapons. Each weapon must be unique to count towards the total. All-Wing Spirit, earn points by completing objectives in the Iron Banner playlist modes. Frostmire's Will, complete Iron Banner challenges. Criminal's Dedication, reset Iron Banner rank twice. Jorum's Howl, complete Iron Banner matches whilst wearing at least 1 piece of Iron Banner armour. An additional progress for each piece of Iron Banner armour equipped. And to gild the title this season, you have 5 triumphs to complete, which are Glorious Howl, win Iron Banner matches, and additional progress for each piece of Iron Banner armour equipped. Again with Feeling, reset Iron Banner rank. On Point, earn points by completing objectives in the Iron Banner playlist modes whilst using a Strand, Solar, Arc or Void subclass. One and Done, complete all 4 Iron Banner challenges in a single Iron Banner celebration. And Down Dear Friend, defeat 200 Guardians in Iron Banner, and bonus progress for using Iron Banner weapons from the current season. Season of the Wish Iron Banner brings with it new rewards to collect, including the Iron Banana emblem Tributary, and the legendary shader Biochrome Oasis. The 2 featured Iron Banner weapons this season are the Lethal Abundance Strand High Impact Frame Auto Rifle, which has a base impact of 33, range of 80 and stability of 31. In column 1 it can roll with a new trait called Slice, where casting your class ability allows weapons to sever targets on a hit for a brief duration, with Keep Away and Dynamic Sway Reduction. And in column 2 it can roll with Onslaught, Tap the Trigger and Target Lock. And the Wristwalker Kinetic Lightweight Frame Shotgun, which has a base impact of 65, a range of 45 and stability of 43. It can roll with Slideways, Killing Wind and Discord, with Opening Shot, Adagio and Iron Reach. Both weapons have the origin perk of Skulking Wolf, while at low health, Guardian Final Blows with the weapon grant enhanced radar and remove you from the opposing radar.
That is amazing.
This week we'll also see double XP across all Crucible game modes, including Iron Banner. And that's it for the 6th week of Season of the Wish. Thank you for watching. Allons-y!
Guardian down.